Hi guys, welcome to today's workout. If you've seen any of the classes that we've been doing in the last couple of weeks, you've probably noticed that since the last video I've had a bit of a fight with a lawnmower. I'm sure a lot of people are doing their own kind of lockdown haircuts at the moment. So hopefully this little workout will be a nice distraction from how bad our haircuts are all looking at the moment. So today we're going to be doing a core workout. We're going to start off straight away with a nice easy warm up. So just on the spot, let's just get those hips moving around. And let's make those circles nice and big. Bring that chest towards the floor. Keep it moving around. Really poke that butt out on the back. Keep it going. Big circles. And let's switch direction. Keep that going. Just trying to loosen up our hips slightly. Get the blood flowing a little bit. Keep that going. Okay, in a standing position, let's bring our knees up in front and to the side. Again, just loosening up those hips slightly. Get those knees nice and high and as far out to the side as you can. All the while facing forward. Keep it going. Nice high knees. Should feel those hips loosening up slightly. One more on each side. Well done. Okay, just on the spot, we're just going to do some butt kicks. Bring it up nice and slow to start off with, just in a standing position. Okay, let's bring it into a bit of a run. Let's get that heart rate up slightly. Get those heels as close to your butt as you can. If you're indoors at the moment, make sure you've got plenty of room around you. Get those windows open, get some ventilation. Let's keep this going. A few more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Get ourselves nice and warm now. Let's do some bodyweight squats. Feet nice and flat on the floor, come down nice and low, and up. Let's go for 10 of these. Nice and low and slow. Halfway. Two more. Last one. Well done. Back in a standing position, hands on the side. We're just going to reach over, lean over on one side. You should get a nice stretch on your sides. Get down nice and low. Let's go for one more on each side. Last one. Now in a similar movement, let's get the arm involved over the head. Increasing that stretch. Keep that movement nice and controlled. Okay, let's go down onto the mat. If you don't have a mat, you can use a towel or any floor space, whichever is most comfortable for you. If you want to do this workout outside, I would recommend having a mat, or if it's a nice day, just go on the grass. Okay, let's go into the push-up position. While we're in this position, let's bring our hips towards the ceiling, head between our arms, and then drop our hips to the floor. Back up, hips towards the ceiling. Try and keep those heels close to the floor as well. And then back down. go again. And down. One more time. Hips towards the ceiling. And back down. Okay. So hopefully we're nice and warm now. We're going to go into our main workout. Okay, so we're about to go into our main workout just now. Again, it's going to be a core workout today. We're going to be doing 8 movements in total. Follow along with me as best as you can. And we're going to go through each movement one after the other. After the end of the 8 movements, we're going to have a quick break, a couple of seconds just to get your breath, and then we're going to go into the round again. We're going to do the total of 3 rounds of this one. Okay, so let's start off on the floor. We're going to be starting on our back. Make sure you've got plenty of room around you. The first movement we're going to be doing is cross crunch. So make sure your feet are on the floor, knees nice and bent, back nice and flat on the floor, and we're just going to reach up and tap the opposite knee with our hands. Let's keep this moving. Keep reaching over to those knees. Keep that tension in your abs. Okay, we're about to go into dead bugs in 3, 2, 1. Dead bugs. Back nice and flat on the floor. Bring your feet up off the floor. Nice 90-degree angles in the leg. Keep the arms nice and straight. We're going to bring our right arm down and our left foot down. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Off we go. Let's keep this moving. Alternate between each side. Get nice and low with that hand and that foot. Bring it towards the floor. Try and keep your back as flat as possible on the floor, so your whole back is in contact with the floor. Okay, the next move we're going to be going into in 3 seconds will be our bird dog. 2, 1. Okay, let's move over, facing the floor this time. This is pretty much the opposite of what we were just doing. Hands in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the floor, knees in line with the hips. Again, opposite hand, opposite leg. Hold for a second, and down. Hold for a slight second when you're in the air. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Keep it nice and controlled. I'm not trying to rush through this. We'll go for one more on each side. Okay, next movement will be our Superman. We're going to lie flat on the ground, arms out in front like Superman would, and we're just going to raise our chest and legs off the floor. Hold for a second, and down. Up again, and down. Up. And let's keep this going. Keep that tension in the lower back. Squeeze those glutes. Two more. Last one. Okay, let's get back onto our back again. This time we're going to be doing ankle taps. Again, make sure your back is nice and flat on the floor. You can achieve that by bringing your hips up towards your belly button. Make sure your heels are on the floor. Keep your arms nice and straight. Bring your shoulders up slightly. We're just going to tap the ankles. Keep that tension in your abs. Next movement we're going to be doing will be flutter kicks. We're going to do that in 3, 2, 1. Again in the same position, this time our legs nice and straight. Pull your hips up towards your belly button, keep your glutes nice and tense and bring the legs out in front of you, toes pointing towards the sky. We're going to bring the leg up over the other leg. Keep that held. Use your hands on the floor for balance. Three, 2, 1. Okay. Let's move again facing the floor. This movement is going to be an isometric movement, so we're going to hold in this position. This will be an active beast. So similar to the bird dog position we start off with, hands on the floor in line with our shoulders, knees in line with our hips. Make sure your toes are on the floor. We're going to keep that position held nice and strong, and we're just going to bring our knees off the floor slightly. Let's keep that held. You can see just a small gap between your knees and the floor. Squeeze your glutes on this one to protect your back. Concentrate on your breathing. We're not going to be holding for too long. Let's just hold it nice and strong. Next movement we'll be doing will be a forearm plank. We're going to go into that in 3, 2, 1. Rest for a second. Bring your forearms down to the ground. With myself, I'm going to interlink my fingers. This is an RKC plank, so the feet will be a bit further apart. Off we go. Hold that position. Keep a nice straight line between your shoulders, hips, and ankles. Squeeze those glutes. We're going to stop in 3, 2, 1, and rest. So that's your first round through, guys. Grab some water, give yourself a couple of seconds before we go back into the round again. We do a total of 3 rounds. Again, it's lovely and warm in this room. If you're not doing this outside, make sure you've got your windows open. Keep the doors open if you can so it doesn't get too stuffy. Keep that fresh air in if we can. Grab some water, we're going to go back into the second round. Here we go. Onto the ground again, onto our backs. We're going to be starting again with our cross crunch. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Tap those knees. Keep that tension in the abs. Next movement will be dead bugs. In 3, 2, 1. Again, keep the back nice and flat on the floor. Bring the feet off the floor, hands up in front. Here we go, less time between the movements now. Opposite arm up and opposite legs. Down nice and low. If you want to make this movement a little bit harder, you can bring your shoulders off the floor. Just increase that tension. Okay, we're going to go into the bird dog in 3, 2, 1. Okay, face the floor again. Again, this is just the opposite of what we were doing with the dead bug. Make sure your hands are in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the hips. Here we go, opposite hand, opposite foot. Left hand up, right foot up. There we go. Hold it for a second at the top. Okay, we're going to go into the Superman in 3, 2, 1. Superman position, flat on the floor. Make sure you've got plenty of room in front of you, so your arms aren't hitting anything. Bring your feet, legs and shoulders off the floor. Off we go. Hold for a second and down. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Two more. Last one. Well done. Let's go on to our back again. Back to the ankle taps. Let's keep this going. Arms nice and straight. We're going to go into flat kicks in 3, 2, 1. Again, make sure your back is nice and flat on the floor. Get those legs nice and straight, toes pointing towards the ceiling. Squeeze those glutes. Let's go, one foot over the other. Concentrate on your breathing. We'll go into the active beast in 3, 2, 1. Into the active beast. Again, same position as we would do for the bird dog. Hands in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the hips. Toes on the floor. That back nice and straight. We're going to lift our knees off the floor just slightly in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Should start to feel that burn. Keep it held, concentrate on your breathing. We're going to go into the plank in 3, 2, 1. Into the plank position. Make sure those forearms on the floor. If your elbows contacting the floor, should be in line with the shoulders. Onto the toes. Here we go. Just concentrate on that breathing. We're going to rest in 3, 2, 1. And rest. Oh, nice and hot in here now. Get some water. Give yourself a couple of seconds before we go into the last round. Nearly there. Give yourself a few wee seconds. Make sure you've got some water at hand. Windows are open. Keep yourself moving though. We're going to our last round. Okay, onto the floor. We're going to start again with our cross crunches. Again, make sure that back's nice and flat on the floor. You can do that by squeezing your glutes. It helps bring your hips up towards your belly button. Helps protect your lower back. Okay, cross crunch. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. Tap the opposite knee. Hopefully we get a nice burn now in this belly. We're going to the dead bug. In 3, 2, 1. Into the dead bug. Feet off the floor, straight into it. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Down towards the floor. Keep it controlled, nice and slow. Bring it as close to the floor as you can. We're going to move into the bird dog in 3, 2, 1. Into the bird dog. Face the floor. Again, this is just the opposite of what we were doing with the dead bugs. Remember to hold for a second at the top. Off we go. Really stretch out with these ones. The longer you hold it at the top, the harder it is. Get a nice sweat on now. Okay, we're going to go into the Superman in 3, 2, 1. Down we go. Flat on the floor, into the Superman position. Let's go. Hold for a second and down. Should feel that in your lower back. Nice and tense. Halfway through this last round, guys, keep it going. 2 more. Last one. Well done. Okay, we go into the ankle taps, back onto our back. Get your position right first. Make sure your back is nice and flat on the floor. Arms nice and straight. Here we go, ankle taps. We're going to go into the flutter kicks in 3, 2, 1. Again, legs nice and straight. Make sure that back's flat on the floor. Squeeze those glutes. Use your hands to help with your balance. Here we go. One foot above the other, as easy as that. Nearly there, guys. After this, we go into our isometric holds, and that's us done. Let's keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Our last holds and we're finished. Get ready for the active beast. Hands in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the hips as best you can. Toes are on the floor. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. There we go, knees off the floor. Nearly there, guys. Again, just concentrate on your form, concentrate on your breathing. Let's go into our last plank in 3, 2, 1. Relax and into the plank. Here we go. This to finish. And hold. Nearly there, guys. Squeezing that body nice and tight. Squeeze those glutes. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Oh, yes. Oh. Well done, guys. Grab yourself some water. Keep yourself hydrated. It is lovely and warm in here. Whew. Okay, let's start bringing our heart rate down and do into a nice cool down. Okay, well done, guys, getting through that. We're going to do a nice cool down now just to lower our heart rate and stretch out those muscles a little bit. Okay, so let's go back down to the floor, similar to what we did in the warm-up. Hands in line with the shoulders, just drop those hips down to the floor. that head up nice and high. You should feel a nice stretch there in your abs. Keep that held. Nice deep breaths. Okay, let's bring our butt towards our heels. Keep those arms nice and stretched out in front of us. Really stretch those arms out. Let's go back into that original position. Lower those hips down. And back. Let's have stretch the lower back. And we'll bring our back down to the floor as close as you can. Then let's come into the standing position. We're just going to lower ourselves down towards the floor. Feet around shoulder width. Keep it nice and stretched. You feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings. You should also stretch your lower back slightly. Up we come. Let's just lean to one side, hand over the head. Switch sides. Switch sides again. And back again. And relax. Again, if you've got plenty of room in the house, continue with these stretches, go for a little wander around, get outside, go for a walk, just to bring your heart rate down, cool yourself down a little bit. Remember to hydrate. As always, if any of you have any questions about anything at all, doesn't even have to be workout related or anything to do with these classes that we're doing, and you just want some information or someone to talk to, feel free to reach out and get in touch. You can find me on Instagram. Just search for @ScottWoodsPT. That's @ScottWoodsPT. I'd be happy to chat about anything at all. If you've just got some feedback about the classes, feel free to do so. Enjoy your week and look out for some more classes that we've got going on. Take care, guys.